In this part, Mary Diffus thought that father personally came back to see him. Is he really that useful? On the other side, in the storm castle, Gilly ready the jinn and say that the patriarch is coming to see us, maybe he is coming to see his children. Jin replied to him that maybe. Then Jin thought that Khan must have told father everything. Khan's pretty dull, so he wouldn't have strictly told father that I was using magic. Gilly saying to Jin that could you turn around for a sec. But Jin was still thinking, he probably just reported everything that he saw as it was. The youngest son who's using a power that isn't magic or aura. Father coming back to check what that power could be. To see if that power, or I, could be an asset for the future prosperity of the clan. On the other side, Patriarch reached at the storm castle and ordered to bring the Tun's twins. Hayden, Daytona. Both say that yes, father. Then Patriarch asked to them that I heard you got into an altercation with Jin. What was your fault in that altercation? Hayden replied to him that we have no fault. Daytona say that Jin was the one that hurt us. Right. With an unknown power, too. It wasn't aura. It looked like magic. Then they both say that magic is a forbidden art in our family. Then Mary Diffus and his brother say that's right, father. If Jin used magic, we should interrogate him before he hides his tracks. Pause. Patriarch replied to them that my sons, etch this into your heart. You will not be able to survive within the run candles like this. Both was afraid. After that Patriarch ordered to go bring Jin. Jin say that my father, Chiron Runcandle, the strongest, but at the same time, coldest person I have ever known. The greatest title in today time the peak of a Genesis Knight. While he once was no different from ordinary people, after he achieved the status of a Genesis Knight, he lost most of his human emotions. And became an existence who only obsessed over the clan, and its development. To my father, someone with no talent in swordsmanship like me, would be treated as a nobody. But this time, it's different. In this life, I will make sure no one will be able to disgrace me. When Jin came there Mary and his brother was surprised to see him. Jin kneeled down in front of Patriarchy and say I gur. Then Patriarch asked to him that why did you call me Patriarch, and not father? Jin replied to him that my brothers, sisters, and the guardian knights. Over 100 members of the clan visited today. Because of that, I concluded that your visit must be an official one and that's why I chose to refer to you that way. The girl say that's a satisfying answer. Thank you, Patriarch. Then Patriarch said to Jin that I have visited the castle for a different reason today, so refer to me as father for now. Then, I will ask you the same question. I asked your brothers. What wrong did your brothers commit in your altercation? Jin closed his fist and say that is revenge. If you are a member of the Runcandle family, you must always return what you are given whether that be a favor, or resentment. Patriarch remained silent. Then Patriarch ordered and say that everyone except the youngest in the room, leave. Other members conversations to each other and say that has the youngest son, passed the Patriarch test. Mary Diffus say that don't just stand around. It's the Patriarch order. Everyone say, yes, we will follow his order. Mary Diffus was happy and thought that a one-on-one talk with father, little guy, not bad, huh. After that, Patriarch said to Jin that I sent everyone away because I had a few questions only for you. The Tona twins mentioned that you used a special power. We Runcandle strictly forbid the usage of magic, because you aren't able to achieve the pinnacle of swordsmanship if you train in magic. What is the power that you were using? If it was magic, I will not allow this to pass lightly. Jin say that is, as long as father knows about this power, he won't ignore the hand shadow. Because the power of Soldaret. Then Jin say I am not sure about that either. I can't tell if this either magic or aura, so I was wondering what to call it. If you don't mind, you can help me name it. Patriarch say that this is the power of Runcandle founder. Then Patriarch thought that power, shadow energy. Barasata shadow energy, so does that mean that this child is destined to be the head of this family? Then Jin say, father. Patriarch say that, right. That is the power of Soddard, the king of shadows. When Jin listened that he was shocked and say the king of shadows. Patriarch say that is right. Soddard made a contract with the founder of the Runcandle family, Lord Tamar, and is the king that has been with us since. But since King Tamar passed away, Solderette has not appeared in Runcandle. I don't know the reason for that maybe either, but, it seems like he is trying to reach out to Runcandle through you. Then Jin say that father, I am curious about one thing. That person, the king, Solderette. Is he stronger than you, father? Patriarch say I don't know, since I have never fought a king before. Jin thought that, father have never fought a king's shadow before That is truly the best answer he could have given. Patriarch came near to the Jin and say, my son. Jin was afraid what father say. After that Patriarch put hand on Jin head and say that was a good question. Thanks to your innocent question, I have gotten a great conversational topic. I think that coming to see you today was a good decision. Then, let me ask you a question in return. That power. How do you want to use that shadow energy? Jin replied to him that I want to use this power for the sake of the family. Patriarch say for the family. Patriarch laughing and say what an amusing lie. You beat down your older brothers, threw them into the storm, and you say that you want to use that power for the family. Tell me the truth. Jin thought that, as expected, he isn't going to let this go so easily. Then Jin replied to him that, I want to use this power for myself. Patriarch say yes, I like that. I will keep a close eye on you from now on. Jin remained silent and put hand on his knees. And replied to father that nice. I got through that safely. After that, when Patriarch going towards the outside of the room. Jin seeing towards the shadow hand and say that getting the justification to use shadow energy. However I wanted to is good enough, but. To think that father now has expectations of me. This is a result that I did not expect. This life really is, completely different from my previous one. After that, Mary Diffus saying to Jin youngest one, here. Take this gift. Jin was surprised and asked to her that sister Mary, what is this? Mary replied to him that it's a special present from your older sister. Then Mary saying to Nanny, hold it's heavy. Nanny say yes. Mary given the instructions to Jin and say that boil it well, chew it thoroughly, and get strong quickly. Got it. Diffus say sister Mary, where's your luggage? Mary smiled and replied to him that I gave it to the youngest one. Why? On the other side Jin was thought that why she gave me. When Jin opened the gift Nanny was shocked to see this and put hands on mouth. Jin was surprised and say this is, the phoenix heart. Then Jin thought, to give this to me a 7-year-old child, sister Mary is crazy. Mary Runcandle. A 6-star knight and the 7th rider of Runcandle. Also known as the Windfury. She also has another name that isn't well known. The Madwoman of the Southern region. The reason why my battle-crazed sister gave me this is obvious. Hurry up and get strong. So you can become my opponent. If eaten at a young age, you will not only become resistant to fire, but it's also an elixir that promotes growth. Now that I think about it. The phoenix heart is needed in order for a 6-star mage to summon a phoenix safely. In this life, I might really be able to summon a phoenix with my own hands. At that time, Gilly making the phoenix heart for Jin and asked to Jin that young master, did you wait long? Jin replied to her that thank you Gilly. Gilly saying to Jin that young lady Mary gave you such a great gift. Please eat it before it gets cold. Jin replied to her that yeah, but before that, older brothers, if you have something to say, please say it quickly. Daytona replied to him that it's nothing. It looked like it was too much for you to eat. Haytona replied to Jin that yeah. I saw Gilly holding such a large post just now, so, Jin asked to them that do you want to eat it that badly? Then listen to my request. Jin gesture towards the floor and say we dug this out. Tona twins was shocked and say that why? Why do we have to do something this? Tons brothers talking to each other and say I know, right? There is nothing here. Why are we doing this? What would happen to us if someone finds out what we dug this out? The other say that what are you saying? Obviously. The youngest is going to get in trouble. Why would we? First one say that you are right. We just need to eat the soup. Yeah. Also. The youngest. Is a little scary. After that they both dug the place. When they finished their work, they came into the room where Jin waiting them. Jin seeing towards them and say welcome, brothers. You got here rather quickly. Daytona was angrily replied to Jin, shut up. We did as you asked, so hand over the soup. Jin came near to the Daytona and gestured towards the table and say that I already put it on the table over there. Daytona was surprised and say really. When they both seeing towards the table where only 2 teaspoons soup only. Daytona asked to Jin that hey, little brother. Isn't this a teaspoon? Haytona say isn't this too little? Jin replied to them that I said, I would give you some, but I never specified how much. But I kept my promise, right? Well then, enjoy. They say yeah, thanks a lot. At night, in rain, Jin going to see the place where they dug out. Jin seeing the hole and say that I thought they would do a half-past job, but they actually did pretty well. With this thickness, I think 1-star magic should be enough. I was getting rather frustrated, because my mana was building up without having anything I could use it on. With the power of shadow energy, Jin finally arrived at the Runcandle secret storage. Jin seeing towards the secret storage door and thought that I never got a chance to come here in my previous life. So it feels weird for me to be here. Older brother said that I needed to say a trigger word. After that, Jin closed his eyes and say Runcandle child is here to console Moroccan. Runcandle secret storage. This is the place where Runcandle stored the secret tomes of the families. They have brought to ruins in the last 1,000 years. When Jin entered into the secret storage place, he was surprised and say it's pretty vast. Everything is only permitted to the flagbearer of Runcandle. Then Jin remember the past life when his brother said that I didn't need to know about this place. Because I didn't have the qualifications to become one. But you have helped a lot, brother. I putting it to good use now. Then Jin saw a scales in the storage and say what is that? A scales. Is it not human? Why is such a thing? Jin was afraid to see him that. Runcandle child is here to console Moroccan. Then Jin came near to the scales and say that Black Dragon Moroccan. I heard that the Black Dragon Moroccan was defeated by the first flagbearer, and went into a deep slumber. But I never thought that story was real. I don't have time for this. Where are the secret tomes? Are they really here? Found them. Then Jin find out the place where the secret tomes. There are secret tomes from all kinds of families. Let's see. I will take a look at the Kungan family. Since they were also a sword master family. Then Jin opened the book and say him. It's pretty difficult for 3-star magic theories. I would like to take them with me, but there is danger of getting caught if I did that. I will copy them every time I come here. After that, Jin came out from the secret storage place. At night when he was writing something on the paper, suddenly he listened to some unknown voice. Jin was shocked and thought that, who? No way. No one from the Storm Castle should be at the secret library at this time. When Jin opened the secret storage door, unknown guy asked to Jin that hey, you. What are you? Jin was shocked and thought Moroccan. Why is Moroccan? I never heard of Moroccan awakening in my past life. Let's clam down. Since Moroccan is our family guardian dragon, maybe he will let me go, if I show respect and act like a little child. After that, Jin said to Moroccan that our Runcandle child greets the family guardian. Moroccan was angry and say that you called me a guardian. Did you just call me a guardian? How dare you treat me as a mere guardian? Damn you. Runcandle. That's what you taught everyone about me. I can't go off on this little one. But it's driving crazy double exclamation mark. After that Moroccan knees down and try to cool himself and say that it's been a while since I last smelled something good and all I can see is a child. Jin was afraid and say yes, sir. Moroccan say you. Why do you smell like shadow energy? Jin say, s, shadow energy. Moroccan say that's right. Even though I slept for the last 1,000 years, I remember this smell clearly. This distinct smell of shade energy should only come from those that are under a contract like Tamar. Jin thought the reason Moroccan woke up is because of my shadow energy. Moroccan tried to find out that energy and say where is this coming from? Is it here? Jin thought then. Should I test something out? Then Jin call him Mr. Moroccan.